so it can be hard to like work it out. You want to learn sign language, Corn? I guess they would have like NZ land or something. Alongside Maori, Swedish, and Japanese. You want to be a polymath, Corn. I should have really get us back down to the close-up cam. What's a funny Australian thing that's normal there but different elsewhere? Huh. I don't know. I don't know, because I guess when you like you only know one culture, it's hard to know what is weird here. Okay, one thing that comes to mind is like the concept of mateship, I guess, and just that like the general everyman. In general, people are usually happy to help other people that they don't know, and it's that idea of like camaraderie, but we call it mateship. So a part of that is like a courtesy wave, I guess, when you're driving, and like if someone gives way to you, you do it, or like lets you like overtake them or something, like, or cut into traffic or whatever. You have to give them a courtesy wave. But I assume that other countries do that too. It was just like the first thing that came to mind. Hot Christmas. Well, we certainly don't have a cold summer, but we do have a very, very hot summer. But I believe Diha is in Malaysia anyway, so the time zone there would be the same, like in terms of the seasons. For me, I have to shake hands with anyone older than me to show respect, but in Maldives, it's more of a formal greeting. I guess you shake hands just generally when meeting someone new in Australia. And it's more common for, like, between men as well, I think. Do not flash your hazards to say thank you. People don't usually do that. I feel like that's uncommon. If someone did that, we'd understand what that means, Corn, but it's usually you would just get a wave in the rearview mirror. We hit him with the Sharka. Oh, see, there you go. So you get a courtesy Sharka. That's nice. I would prefer that. Oh, not shaking hands, but kissing on top of their hands. Okay, we definitely don't do that here. We do flash you do, people in Australia will, that's another thing I was going to say, that's the whole like concept of mateship as well, is flashing your high beams to let people know that there's cops or a traffic camera up ahead and to slow down. Whenever someone waves their hands at me, I assume it's a flip the bird. People, I feel like I don't usually see that much here. But then I'm not a terribly aggressive driver, so I don't like to think I would give people much reason to flip me off. But yeah, it's hard to know what seems normal to us but that isn't normal elsewhere though. Has Emma responded to me? I wonder. No. Whoa. You're hella aggressive, so you assume the worst? What? Corn, you're aggressive on the road? I find that so hard to believe, given you're such a softie. Just talking to you, Brits do a lot of stuff similar to Aussies. Well, we are, you know, pretty heavily influenced by the fact that we were a British colony. Something I do as well. Oh, hey, Faded, by the way. When I ride my bike and ride past someone, you just nod your head and they nod back. It's just, yeah, that's true. But that's more of a country thing as well. Did I just hear something? I feel like I can hear something. I think I can possibly hear a raid coming in. I can hear a raid. It's the Talk-A-Lot raid. It wouldn't be a Wouldn't be a stream without a Talk-A-Lot raid, but it also wouldn't be a stream without a Talk-A-Lot raid train ignoring us at the first station. Unbelievable. Why would you do me like that? Frankly, it's embarrassing, Talk-A-Lot. It's embarrassing that you would continuously set me up like that. Okay, well, apparently you just don't like the first station. Thank you for raiding, Talk-A-Lot. How you doing, my dude? Ugh, sorry, how is Mass Effect going? I'm assuming that's still what you're playing. It's great to see you, man. Welcome in, welcome in. The raid train, Brad, you're over, Deha. We are not held responsible. Please do not contact us for insurance. This is not our responsibility. Oh, no, you won't play. The one time I remember what you've been playing, you're like, nah, bro, I've been playing Pokemon Unite. Okay, well, how was Pokemon Unite? Did you stomp on some children? And did you get some wins? I hope you had fun. I hope you had a good stream. Guys, go check out Talk-A-Lot. Show some love. And you can check out his Pokemon Unite streams, apparently. But also, they've been playing Mass Effect. Got quite a few wins. Back to Lucky. Enjoy your work, Talk-A-Lot. Glad to hear you got some wins. And Leanne, welcome in as well. And who else came in with you as well? I believe it was Mr. R3N2. Welcome in. Welcome, 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 welcome. Great to see you. When I moved to New England, I realized no one understands how to zipper in a merge. Trust me, that is a problem here as well. I cycled for most of my life and Kiwis are effing terrible drivers. Okay, yeah, that's fair. But yeah, Faded, I think in the country in Australia, when you're going for a walk, if you walk past someone, you generally greet them. Usually a nod suffices, but depending on the person, they might say, "G'day, how you going? Morning," that sort of thing. And I got really used to that growing up in the country. And it became a habit, like if I'm just walking along. Not like in a shopping center and stuff, but like if you're just walking along footpath generally. In a not overly crowded place. If there's like a crowd, then you're not going to greet every single person you walk past. But if you're just like walking along footpath and it's just you and one other guy walk past each other, you usually greet them in the country. Not in the city, and it's very frustrating because I feel like I want to greet people. I want to be like neighborly and be like, "Hey, how you doing?" Well, not really that, but just at least say like, "G'day." And you do that, and some people just look at you like you're an idiot. But that's really a country versus the city thing. And also, people in the city are a lot more efficient at a lot of driving things compared to the country. Yeah, country is everything, not city. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, people are a lot more... People are better drivers in the city than they are in the country, but in different... But, so, same goes vice versa in different ways. Like, for example, people in the city are much better at roundabouts, generally speaking, than they are at... than they are in the country. And whenever I used to go back to my hometown, I used to lose my mind at people coming to complete stops at roundabouts and stuff when there's no traffic coming for 3 miles. Whereas in Melbourne, you can't do that because you'll get blasted by someone's horn. Rightfully so. We have a term for the country? Oh yeah, what's that? If it's not merge like a zip, it's merge into the traffic beside you. Wait, zipper merging is the most effing frustrating thing to me though, because people use it as an excuse to, oh, there's space in front of me to zoom up the inside, so I can merge like a zip rather than just merging in traffic that's beside. Yeah, no, when I'd actually not heard the phrase zipper merging, and I assumed it meant merging into the traffic that's next to you now, not like zooming up into a space up ahead to get in front of people. I can't stand when people like are going out of their way to get in front of people because that actually just holds up more traffic. Which jams the zip, exactly, yeah. I was thinking the other day, you know, when I went shopping in TSG t-shirt, that I bet to myself that not one person would ask about it. That's not really the sort of thing Brits do. I feel like other countries would be way more comfortable to ask about a random t-shirt than we would. In Australia, it's not terribly uncommon, like when you're chatting to like the person at the counter or whatever, to strike up a conversation, and sometimes I'll compliment or ask about your clothes or something. I know I used to do that when I was working retail, and I like striking up conversations with the people that are serving me as well. Or phrase, keep the country here in Hawaii. Right, so yeah, in other words, like, yeah, drive like it's a, you know, where an amber light means slow down, not speed up, right? That's the difference between the country and the city. And I admire that kind of laid-back style. But like when you got somewhere to go and someone comes to a complete stop at a roundabout, that drives me crazy. We're not so much talking about driving, we've ended up on that, Bex. The original question was, what's something that people do in Australia? Like, what's a cultural thing in Australia that is really normal here but is really weird elsewhere? And I haven't been able to answer it because I don't know what's normal elsewhere and what isn't normal there, you know? We have technically been in the car with you during your drives. The best person to be in the car with when they're driving is Amazon's, though. But I'm not going to call her out here, so I'm not going to go into detail about why she's so good to be in the car with. Leave a space for the car in front of you, beside you is how you keep traffic flowing. Sadly, it doesn't roll at the time. Yeah, see, but that's how I see... That's what I picture as zipping. Like, that's merging like a zip because you just come together, right? That's what I thought that crawl meant. And yes, those are red Nexo Night Shields. Monkey Kid uses Nexo Night Shields a lot, and I love them for it, because those are actually some of my favorite pieces. There's some red ones on here as well, on the Beck set. Hi, Duro, by the way. And here. And not to mention, of course, one of the best Monkey Kid sets is swimming in them. We've got 4 here in green, or what's that? Yellowish green, medium green, and teal on the inside there. No, not teal, turquoise. I can't tell because of the colors tripping me out. And then the white ones on the front of it as well. Like, there's so many shields. I did just say Beck's set, yes. But yes, hi Duro. Good morning. And yeah, so yes, they are red Nexo Night Shields. Monkey Kid uses them a lot, in a lot of cool colors. You have the Square Gang spread out in a few different places so you can find out what's different in Australia. But I don't even know what, like, to mention, you know, that's the problem. I haven't traveled enough. To know really what it's like in other countries to make a comparative assessment. You bought 200 of those tiles in my binge the other night in sand green, dark blue, royal blue, and others. Okay, that I'm jealous of, and I kind of want to buy a bunch of those as well. Because yeah, I guess the medieval blacksmith has a whole bunch of those as well, right? In those colors. Dark blue and royal blue and stuff. I forgot I exist on Square's desk. That's a hot commodity in these parts. That's very true. You have representation here on my desk, Bex. You're immortalized in Lego form. Even like just talking like this with the driving thing coming up, you found out that normal places do the same. I guess so. But it's hard for me to answer the question, is my point. Off the top of my head. And also, I don't even know what's normal in Australia anymore because I've been in lockdown for 2 years. More than 200 days in the last 24 months. Not even that, more than 200 days in the last 18 months. So I don't even know what people do or say and how people act in Australia anymore. I haven't been outside. Am I right, builders? Can't hear myself properly. There you go. A lingo is pretty dank. I guess we have like different sayings that you don't really hear other places, but I personally don't use a lot of slang. So again, just not the right person to ask. Hello. Damn, we were all hoping, Vex. We were all praying for you. I don't have a specific key for you anymore either. At least I don't think I do. No, I don't see one. I'm sorry, Vex. You did redeem a hello. Hello? Devastating. And Duro has resumed the David Lynch hair. It just wore out. I suppose that's okay.
Screw the rules, I have
David Lynch
hair. Huh. Well, that was just weird.
My green screen hating David Lynch hair. Thank you, Duro. We have this phrase where terror means cool in Malay lingo, and it's pretty funny. Like with the understanding of what the English word terror means? Or do you mean like it's a word that just sounds like terror as well? It's starting to get back into talking and meeting with people, then Delta! Yeah, basically the same. Where's my dedicated key, SMH? You have spares, I know you do. Honestly, my stream deck is so chock-a-block, it's insane. There are theoretically infinite keys, but you add too much and it starts to get away from you. It sounds like terror, right? I don't know if it is or not, but saying cheers instead of thanks feels like an Aussie thing. Yeah, that's fair. I reckon Brits probably do that as well, though. I'm just making a guess there. But like, if someone hands you a drink, no, not a drink. Okay, that's a bad example. But if someone like, imagine I'm like, pass me that pencil, and you pass me a pencil, and I'll say cheers. Like, cheers. Yeah. I think British people do that too. And see, I thought tar was an Australianism as well, but I think a lot of people say tar as well. You do think it's Australasian. Oh, I just knocked out my key light. Whoop. Hello? Stop knocking out! It's my footrest, it was knocking the power cable. Ruining everything! Ah. Light wasn't having a stroke, I was. Brits do it too. Oh, you do it in Hong Kong, but not in America. Ah, okay, so not in America. Interesting. That's what it felt like when a light bulb was going. Right. I am such a big goof. My foot is itchy too, and I can't... Okay. I'm very fidgety today. I'm an anxious mess. Okay, back to the build. That foot guy, please no. Ixnay on the Utfei. System is down? System is down? Do you mean like with the key light bugging out? Well, I said that bag wouldn't take long, but then you guys distracted me with conversation. Don't think you heard it, but your sweater is very nice. Thank you, Bex. Appreciate it. I threw this one on because I haven't worn it on stream for quite a while. I was thinking of you guys when I got dressed. I blame chat. Of course I blame chat. I always blame chat for everything. A good leader always blames his, what's a good word for you guys? My citizens? Oh no, sorry, we chat to you. Wow, some sass from Vix. Who'd have thunk it? Alright, bag number 10. It's like Devil Wears Prada blue. It's actually coming out pretty accurate, the color. So, I guess I haven't seen Devil Wears Prada, so. So you're a square, but wear your squiggles. That's pretty cute. You're my my qubits. Alright, bag number 10. Here we go. It's a low energy stream, so I'm skipping the new bagpipe today, everybody, in case you weren't aware. In case you're just joining us. Cuboids? Cuboids! Square guy and cuboids. That's kind of cute. I kind of like it. What the hell are these? Oh! Is this how they're doing the pages of the book? For the Hogwarts Icons set? This is brand new to me. Look at this thing. It's actually 4 of them. But they go together really seamlessly. But this must be how they're doing the pages or something. That is 1.5 tiles thick. Which is really strange. Because actually no, it's not. 2 of them together is more than a brick thickness. So are they a third? No, 2/3 thick? This is strange. Yeah. So what's that? It takes 3 to get the size of 2. So that must mean they're 2/3, right? How peculiar. Is that 2x2 profile? I don't know what you're asking. But it's a very interesting piece and I've never seen it before. This one must be new this year. Oh man. These are great for if you want to make like books on a shelf. This set has books on a shelf. Why didn't they use this? Look, that becomes a book now. Like on a shelf. That's so good. Crazy. I'm really thrown by that. Did I see that Lauren was leaving? I think so. I'll post a link to the specific Devil Wears Prada. Excellent. I don't know if you saw me say it earlier, but you know your jet set. The colors look so different today now that you've changed the camera colors again. Yeah, the teal is slightly more accurate. It's still a little bit on the blue side and not enough green coming through, but it does look better. The white is also still very bold. It's 1 AM sleep time for me. Good night, Lone. Before I make bad late night decisions to buy more sheep. I want to buy some sheep. Good night, Lone. It was really nice having you in here. Everybody go follow Lone. Don't be a scrub. The green in the middle of the wing is very different too. Interesting. Interesting. There's a real life drone copter flying around outside. Thank you for the shout out. Yes, go follow Lone. Easy peasy. Easiest and best thing you'll ever do. Also, now Square Butt listens to you. I secretly told him not to listen to you earlier. It's all part of my psyop to mess with your head. Such weird pieces. I've never seen anything like it. New pieces are so interesting. When it's something generic like that that isn't like just gonna be an exclusive piece or whatever, so it's just like, ooh, they're gonna use this so many different ways. This is what being a Lego nerd is like. When you start recognizing pieces as new and getting excited for what they're gonna do with those pieces, that's when you know you're in too deep. That's how I see it. To be fair, you wouldn't want to listen to you either. You do have a record for bad ideas. Like all that wishy-washy nonsense about not banning people that deserve it. Oh, wouldn't change our Lego node for the world. How sweet. Alright, there you go. My fingers are all fumbly. Have I seen the new Lego thing from Woolies? Yeah, so in Australia, one of our major supermarkets is called Woolworths, and people call it Woolies for short. Enjoy the Diner Duo. And they like to do promotions where for every $30 you spend, you get some kind of
And
thing.
I'm back, haha.
Welcome back, Hawk Punk, with your 16th month, my dude. Thank you so much. How you doing, dude? How's life been treating you? The People's Premiere of Victoria has arrived. Thank you so much for continuing your sub, Hawk Punk. I really appreciate it. What a guy. What a guy. Yeah, Woolworths used to be called Safeway in Victoria, but I think in Queensland they always called it Woolworths, and then they just decided to like nationalize the brand and just call it, like, change them all over to Woolworths. But yeah, where was I? So it's unrelated to Woolworths in Britain, by the way, Vix. It's literally just a supermarket, like a grocery store. It's just foodstuffs. But they do promotions where it's usually toys, right? So they do like, what are they called? The little like gel Disney characters. Can't remember what they're called, but they do like trading cards. They've done Disney dominoes, and it's just dominoes with pictures of Disney characters printed on them. But they do like promotions where they introduce collectible toys, generally speaking. A couple of times they've done seedling things, so you get like, collect all the seedlings and you can grow your own vegetables and realize you suck at it, so you don't like keep buying from us instead. They did one where it was miniature products, and it was like real products like Pringles and Lay's chips, but in miniature form, like this big. And they were toys, like they didn't actually have food in them, but they'd also be like dishwashing tablets and laundry liquid and stuff like that. Kind of weird. And that one was, I didn't like that one much because it was like advertising products to children and getting them like invested in buying Ushi's, that's the one, thank you. Getting them invested in buying products from the supermarket. It was getting in children's heads about shopping, basically. I'm a little funny about that. But anyway, recently for the Olympics they did like stickers that they had like pictures of athletes on them, and they also commissioned some artwork from someone that they didn't realize was a furry artist. And they asked them for like animal characters doing like anthropomorphic, like anime style animal characters doing Olympic sports, and it was like super furry style, and it was really, really funny and kind of awesome. But now their latest one is little... Oh, sorry, you're right, Hawkpunk. The mini products was Coles. You're right, absolutely right. My bad. But yeah, the most recent one is building blocks. and they are essentially, it's Lego compatible. And Google it, Adrian. Maybe don't. It's Lego compatible, and they're advertising that you can get like little figures that are definitely not minifigures. They look like shrunk down versions of Duplo figures, actually. They're very childish looking, and they look awful. So basically how I feel about it is I don't like the idea of mixing other brands with Lego. I never have. Even as a kid, the idea of mixing Mega Bloks with Lego was like... I had a friend that had a lot of Lego, nearly as much Lego as I have today, and he was 10. And he had a couple of Mega Bloks sets as well that he got him for like presents and stuff. And whenever we were like stuffing around the Lego, we'd always be like, Mega Bloks, get it out of here, and like throw it away and stuff, like it was infected. And that's how I've always kind of felt about Mega Bloks. And well, he was a very spoiled child, Max. And yeah, I'm a purist, basically. Lego purist. I am. It's the superior building block toy. I don't buy Mega Bloks. I've got one Mega Bloks thing, which is a water tool, which is kind of cute. Ribbon Dragon's been here for a while, Adrian, just a heads up. But yeah, Lego purist. So this whole Woolworths thing, it's just like... It's kind of cringe, isn't it? It's kind of cringe. Like... Bunnings did one a little while ago as well, which was, the Bunnings one was... Oh, sorry, Bunnings is a hardware store. It's our biggest hardware store, in Australia. And, like, physically the stores are enormous. And they had, like, Lego Bunnings trucks that you could buy. And the people have told me, like, I've had people tell me about it, and I've also read things online, and it's like they're really low quality, the bricks themselves. I think my niece and nephew got... There was one that was like a Bunnings store, like you could build the Bunnings store. With really low quality bricks and specialized pieces and stuff. Yeah, Bunnings is also... Okay, maybe that's a weirdly Australian thing for you, Deha. People will go to the hardware store on a weekend to buy a sausage and bread for $2 for lunch. That's an Australian tradition right there. Woolworths is at least trying. I think it'd just be better if they didn't, though. Frankly. You haven't had a Bunnings Mitre 10 snag in years now? Wait, they do it at Mitre 10? Also, I didn't know... Okay, first of all, didn't know you had Bunnings in New Zealand, Corn. And second of all, didn't know that they also did snags. And also calling hot dogs in bread is snag as well. And yes, the Aussie electoral snag as well. Yeah, voting... like for federal elections is really easy in Australia. There's like everybody has one within like 5 kilometers of their house, generally speaking. It's usually at like a primary school. The longest you need to line up is maybe an hour if you're unlucky, and when you're done, you usually get a sausage and bread. Oh, someone slipped on an onion piece and sued them? Really? That's unfortunate. I hadn't heard about that. Yeah, we get a... Well, you don't... Yeah, usually it's a free snag thing. I hate the phrase snag. I honestly hate that. But usually it's a free sausage and bread for, like, at the voting things. I know Bunnings have sports clubs, teams, RSL clubs also get a chance to run the stand too. Yes, exactly, yeah. I think Rotary does it sometimes as well. Sausage and bread is not a hot dog. We have hot dogs too. We have like American style hot dogs, but then we have a sausage and bread, and that's generally called a snag. As much as I hate that term. Your local voting center is within walking distance. Yeah, ours too. No, our old one used to be. Our new one isn't. Yeah, political hot dogs. Yeah, except yeah, they're not really hot dogs. But yeah, as for the Woolworths Lego thing, it's very blatant that they call it Lego, and I just know that as a kid, if I had got that, I would have just been like, I do not want this anywhere near my Lego. They look so ugly, and I saw someone online saying like, oh, these are way cheaper than getting minifigures, like Lego minifigures, and they're completely compatible with your Lego toys. And it's like, no, they're not, actually. They're not compatible at all. Sure, they may be technically compatible, but are they ethically compatible? I think we all know the true answer to that one. Jiro, Google Bunnings snag, and you'll be enlightened. It's a barbecue sausage in a piece of bread. It's not a hot dog bun. Like a slice of white bread. But also, hot dogs aren't barbecued. Like, you don't barbecue a hot dog sausage. That's what I said, ethically. When I played footy, I used to always take advantage of the snags after training on a Friday night. I think, yeah. I mean, is it taking advantage of it? It's charity. The only reason he went to training. Not to train? No, that's in character for you. Oh, once again, I forgot to adjust the camera, but I'm just gonna leave it because we're nearly done with this bag. It's so tiny anyway. Ah, yeah, it was referring to you. Okay, she was referring to you. I didn't realize. I didn't see your message. Training schmaining. Wait, do you not go to training either, Bex? To be fair, I used to hate going to training when I played tennis in high school. But then I also hated playing tennis. And no one here will be surprised to hear that I don't like playing sport. Yeah, Adrian, it's an intentional misspelling. You don't need to correct it. Bucket and chips up and Coke after training, always the go. Or hear me out. Don't train. Don't play sport. Much better. Square is against playing sport. You've never had a sausage or a hot dog? How have you Okay. Enjoy Final Fantasy, Darcy. I assume that's the game you're playing because you're addicted. My team doesn't have training anymore. We somehow still won the finals. That's just how good you are. You're obviously playing like your league is not in the right league. You're not in the right league. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Oh my god. Nave mentioned Bunnings. My town got one of those stores, I don't know, maybe 4 years ago. It used to be a store called Homebase, and then they sold it and changed it to Bunnings. Oh, you have Bunnings in the UK. I don't know, it must have bombed because a year or 18 months later, they switched it back to Homebase. It was weird, and I actually preferred Bunnings to be real. Sent this earlier, but what was going on? I don't know how I added extra detail. I was going to say, how did I miss such a long message? Hey, MST R3M2. I don't know how to pronounce your name, but thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the Square Game. Square. Rise up and get yourself a snag from Bunnings. Honestly, a little part of me dies every time I say the word snag in that context. I've thought you were followed as well, but that's okay. You've been here a few times. You stopped eating meat when you were 8. Wait, did I not realize that you were vegetarian? I think I don't know if we've actually explicitly discussed that. Yeah, we don't speak like true Aussies. We're not true blue Aussies, Darcy and me. Well, now I've got a handle on things. Looks like a weird tail. Just keep eating your radishes. Put a carrot in between, in a piece of bread, and you'll be happy. Also, stop booing me. It was a fantastic pun. Me and my homies love puns. Can someone approve that message for me? There's nothing wrong with the word bogan. People think I'm proper bogan until they learn what my last name is. Oh, right. As someone that knows what your last name is, I get your point. You are a bogan, though. Hello, Simply Daft!
Hello?
How are you, my friend? Long time no see. I hope you're doing well. Yes, Duro, I said before, we have regular hot dogs. That's why there is a distinction between hot dogs and a snag. Duro, I have posted photos of the hot dogs that I have purchased. Good God, sir. We're not some backwards water country that doesn't understand the concept of a hot dog. What about corn puns? They're terrible puns, corn puns. People's Premier of Victoria disapproves of booing Square. Let it be known. But wait, doesn't the People's Premier of Victoria approve of terrible slang, like the word snag? Yes, Duro, we have hot dogs. Duro is frequently asking me inane things like, wait, do you have power poles in Australia? Wait, do you have... Wait. Do you have, like, muffins in Australia? Like, the best way to understand what Australia is like is basically exactly the same as America, except with kangaroos and drop bears. Otherwise, we're the same. And a much less confusing political system. Did I do that right? No, I did not. I have seen the reveal video for the... Oh, wait, the actual reveal. No, I saw the sneak preview, but have not seen the actual reveal. I'll, maybe we should watch it together. Maybe we should all witness it together. Or we can watch it after this bag is complete. Okay, I think it's let's go like that. Pretty nutty looking. Well, now you're really making me need to see it. Alright, we've got our little trigger working. Can you see that moving in there? We've got the handle under here. And this is our trigger. 5 points to whoever can guess what the trigger is going to activate. Didn't mention you were nearly 30 minutes behind. I don't know what that was in reference to. I can't be bothered scrolling. But yeah, it is like Bex's main personality trait is that she's 30 minutes behind the rest of us. Not because of time zones or anything, just because it takes her that long to process things. Yeah, no offense, Homer, but you're pretty slow. Wait a minute. What does that mean? Wait a second. He thinks I'm slow. He thinks I'm slow! Well, that's it. Listen here. What the hell are you still doing here, Homer? Staying for information. Get the hell out of here! I know I didn't get the quote exactly right, but still. Woman, queer, 30 minutes behind. Oh gosh darn it, Bessie, that hurt. Funny though. All the funniest jokes are the most hurtful ones. Am I wrong? So what I sort of didn't realize about this set before buying it, until looking at the, what a weird use for these things.
Yo, how's it hanging, everybody?
Yeah, hi Roy. What I didn't realize was that this thing is actually on stilts. As you're about to see here. Which I put on backwards. I must know if Australia has goldfish crackers. No, I don't think we have goldfish crackers. So I should amend my earlier statement. Australia is exactly the same as America except for some products that we don't have. So, it's on stilts. Like a house in Queensland. Just got a little bit more to do for this bag. And then we'll check out the new Mario set reveal, shall we? It's true. We also have the correct title for Harry Potter books in Australia. Quite... It's like your jokes, Corn. Quite stilted. And likely to make an audience laugh before the punchline has actually hit. Apparently. Hello? Oh, I'm doing the wrong side. That'll do it. Alright, last couple pieces. Wait, what the hell? Oh, well. Just a little bit of extra integrity. Structural integrity, that is. And we're good. Okay. Also, Roy, thank you for continuing your sub. It's now been sufficiently long enough that I can acknowledge it, and it's still being funny. You're a little hungover for some reason. I can't imagine why. Roy, thank you so much for continuing your... Wait. Were you already subscribed at tier 2, or is that new? I can't remember. In any case, this is your 6th month in a row. Roy, thank you so much for continuing your sub, and especially for making it a tier 2 sub. My dude, that is amazing. Thank you so, so much. Yeah, we're basically on the home stretch. We've only got the, like, big things to apply to the wings, I guess you could call them. And then, yeah, we're done here. But it has come to my attention that Lego set has been revealed. Has it been posted in the Discord? Yes, it has. No, it has not. Wait. Yes, it has. Okay. Simply Daft posted it. Thank you, Daft. Let's open her up. And I'll get it queued up and we can watch it together. Bear with me. Okay. Okay. Let's head over to this little old scene. The trigger makes the drone copter make pew pew sounds. That is not it, Corn. And that is not my finger. This is a video we're gonna watch now. So let's turn down the music. And I'll make sure that, oh, actually, hold on. Let me jump over to this screen real quick. And unmute this. And make sure that the music is actually gonna come through. It should come through on the browser channel, I think. Whoa, that is loud, isn't it? Alright, let's turn it down. Okay, and I'll actually just pause the music. Damn, I didn't quite get it on there. Alright, let's go. Let's go. This is... Hopefully it's not too loud now. This is breaking news. This dropped about half an hour ago. Let's find out what the new Lego Nintendo set is together. We saw a preview of it earlier today. I believe I woke up to it being posted in the Discord, and now the set reveal has dropped. Let's go. Wow, okay. That's pretty cool. I'm gonna... Hold on. I want to pause it for just a second. And I'm gonna flip this camera. So now I'm actually looking at the screen, which is nice. Okay. This is pretty cool. Are you ready to revisit the world of Super Mario 64? Okay. That transformative feature actually kind of sells it. That folds in so nicely. Wow. I hadn't really, like, paid attention to the way it folds out. Hey Darcy, at least this set's not going to be too hard to display. It's relatively small. That little bit there is so slick. I need to get my keyboard. Whoop. How do I turn... C, okay. I want to get a look at that Mario. Interesting that they bothered to print the mustache and nose, but not put an M on the arch piece. I mean, the question mark block itself looks beautiful as well. So smooth. And I really like that the studs are still visible on the question mark part. It gives it really good texture. He just pushes down on top and it just flips out. That's wonderful. Okay, so each of these is based on Mario 64 levels. We've got Peach's Castle, obviously, being the main one at the back. We've got King Bob-omb's Mountain, which is the first level that you go to. And iconic as hell. It's what this music is specifically from. Oh man, I love the cannons. I love the little chain chomp. And the build for King Bobomb himself looks fantastic as well. It's magical. It is actually magical. Why are they doing this to me? When I first found TSG, I said I'd never buy a Lego set. Yeah, all right then. Yeah, sure. I can't remember what the other two levels are called, but Ice Mountain or whatever. This set just got announced, Deha. This is a brand new trailer. I'll go back through it again with you after we're done skipping through. Oh man, it's even got. Hold on, I should point with my mouse. It's got Lakitu here. That's cute. Oh, I think I can see how they've done that. Pipe, that's kind of clever. I can't remember this boss's name. You know who's gonna want this? Gamers. Also, it's funny that the big cam is like over on the other side of the screen. We got the big penguin. I don't see the baby penguin. I need to be able to throw the baby penguin off of the side of the cliff. Yeah, I don't see it. Oh, that's the rope bridge. That's so cute. Me as also have the SNES set, so they could be just... You mean the NES, but yes. Well, it is interesting that we're getting this and not a Game Boy or a Super Nintendo. But, like, we're going from an NES-based set to a Mario 64-based set. But I'm guessing Nintendo has asked them to do it. But also would have tied in so much better if it came out when the Mario 64 port came to Switch. It just seems a little, like, out of place all of a sudden. There is a Peach in there. Peach is back here. Yeah, King Bobomb looks great. That's really cool. That was always my favorite level as well. There's our giant penguin, but I don't know about... Oh, that's the baby penguin! Okay, cool. You can throw the baby penguin off of the cliff. That's very important. Took a lot of time to get the hinges right. Probably because it would cover up the vid more than Square's Bonce does already. Wait, what are you talking about? Chat isn't showing on screen just in case. Yeah. There you go. Now you can finally get the attention you deserve, Bex. Oh, I like that it's got the actual star there as well. The star sprite, I think they're called. There's Peach. Your Peach buildable figure. It's not exactly exciting. You can make that already. That's just a stud on the side, modified 1x1 brick. Stud, tile, or plate. I like this printed piece though. I like that they've used the horn pieces for the flags. But here's the thing. Darcy said, why do they keep doing this to us? And I kind of want to know the answer as well. But my question is more so, why do they keep making every kind of Lego set for Mario, but nothing with minifigs? Like, yeah, obviously this is amazing, but why do they keep, like, just avoiding minifigs? It's bizarre. Like, why have we not had a Nintendo CMF line yet? Where is the Zelda sets? Where are the Metroid? Well, we're never going to get Metroid. But, like, I can only imagine that they're, like, intentionally making us wait, because they know that the longer we have to wait for the Mario minifigs, the crazier people are going to go. And then hopefully we'll also get other sets in minifig themes as well. Sploon figs! Good God, Splatoon sets would be amazing. And if they're going to do that, it'll be next year when Splatoon 3 comes out. But, like, just the way this folds away. Let me put it in slow motion. did some stuff to the music. I want to get a peek inside. Is it all just Technic Gubbins inside, or is it like... Nah, it's all just Technic Gubbins inside. It's beautiful, obviously. It's wonderful. It's just... And I don't think I can not get it, can I? But, god damn it, where are my minifig sets? What is the deal? Why keep making us wait? It did get raunchier. What would be pre-tensioning the front hinge? Probably elastic bands. Lego has used elastic bands for... Yeah, you can actually see... Oh, no. I guess it's elastic bands down the bottom. But yeah, that's what it is. It's just an elastic band system. Lego makes the best elastic band. Yeah, there are official rubber bands, and they are the only rubber bands I've ever seen that don't disintegrate. They're so, so good. Lego makes really good rubber bands. Technic what inside? I guess, like, I just mean, like, Technic... Oh, gubbins. Like, just, you know, misc. Just misc inside. Running the mechanism and everything. They are also the largest tire manufacturer in the world. That was a question on my first trivia session, I think. They established a Nintendo Lego fan base before they started the CMF series. You think that's what it is? They didn't establish a Lego Looney Tunes fan base before giving us a Lego Looney Tunes CMF. I don't know. I just want my damn minifig scale sets, and they just don't want to give them to us. And there were rumors that it was going to be a minifig scale Peach's Castle is what we were getting this year. And then it was, oh, actually, it's a micro scale Peach's Castle. The fact that it was like a thing hidden in a block, that was never a rumor at all. Someone asked me how I feel about Lego moving to Lego paper bags last week. It doesn't really affect me. I mean, they should absolutely do it. Is anybody against it? That's what I want to know. I talked about it at length last stream somehow, even though it's kind of a non-thing. It's just about time they did it because it's much better for recycling and much better for the planet, but I'm not sure of any downsides. Yeah, me and my homies in the Square Gang love the environment, exactly. But yeah, this is fantastic, and I will now immediately send this to my brother because I think he will be interested in seeing it as well. I'm going to get back to the build now, I guess. Let me send that to him. And good. We can resume. Okay. Oh, my keyboard's still on my desk. Lol, sorry. That's true. It would make a less obnoxious noise when I crumble up and throw it in the bag, pile in the corner. No, I mean, obviously it's the right move for every company to become more sustainable. One or two streamers saying that they had concerns about how they would print numbers and such on the paper bags if the ink would rub off the paper bag over time with bags rubbing on each other in boxes. I think humans have been printing ink on paper for a very long time, and packing that printed material into boxes where the printed surfaces rub against each other and have never found a problem. I don't think that's a legitimate concern. Just be prepared because with Lego, Nintendo Society is formally established with crossover VIP and points promotions, the sky's the limit. Yeah, and they have said that they're not planning on like having this being a short-lived partnership. Like, Lego have said in interviews that they're hoping that this is a partnership that lasts them a really long time. And I am too. But for God's sake, just give me some Zelda sets and give me minifig scale stuff, please. I need it. Hook it into my veins. Give me Breath of the Wild 2 sets next year, please. I want a Lego Guardian. I want Hyrule Castle. It would make them infinite money. It is a license to print money. And I think the Mario stuff that we've got is a good start, but a lot of people, we absolutely need Animal Crossing sets as well. A lot of people are holding off on the Mario stuff because they just want regular Lego. They want minifig scale stuff, not the, and not willing to get in on the very steep entry level price of like $70 because of the Electronic Mario. And I really like the Electronic Mario. But I haven't bought anything from the second wave of Mario sets. I do intend on getting the pirate ship from the third wave, but from the second wave I've got nothing so far because they're not really displayable. I mean, it's right to aim them more at kids. I've heard rumors that Nintendo expected Lego to just design regular minifig scale sets, and Lego was like, no, and they came to Nintendo with the idea of the Electronic Mario and stuff, because, I mean, Lego is pretty... It's pretty clear that Lego is pretty obsessed with the whole app integration thing, and, like, trying to find ways to get kids engaged with Lego, but it's, like, in a way that engages them with their technology as well. But I think children playing with Lego just want to play with Lego. So, I don't know what that's all about. But anyway, see ya, Roy. Have a good time at work, bud. Thank you for stopping in and saying hi and watching that with us. Hope you enjoyed. What are books called? Why are we all confused about what books are? Wait. Are you telling me that there are people out there who have completely forgotten about books? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, we've been printing ink on paper with surfaces rubbing against each other for a very long time. I don't know if it's a genuine concern that the ink on the bags will rub off. I completely refuse to believe that's a genuine issue that had to be resolved or anything. That seems like... I would never have even considered that being a concern. But then again, I'm not the one designing packaging, so what do I know? Before screens were invented, there was a way of storing knowledge on pulped cellulose by applying pigment to the cellulose. That's incredible. Who'd have thunk it? And their covers were made from sheepskins. Some facts about the Mario question block. Thank you, I was actually going to check what the price was. $290, 2,064 pieces. There have been considerably worse price sets. Case in point, the Stranger Things set is 2,287 pieces and has an RRP of $350. So, with that taken into consideration, just like the NES set, that's not too bad. That value is there. What if you actually design packaging? Would you actually design packaging though? I mean, it's not my career. Some examples of this method of knowledge storage have lasted hundreds of years. I think a couple months or even years in a box would be fine. Yeah, like I said, I really fail to see how the idea of... I think that's desperately trying to find something wrong with change where there is nothing wrong with it. I guess, Adrian, if I design packaging, then I'd be designing packaging. And I'd know a little bit more about designing packaging. On that note, do you guys hear something? I feel like I can hear something. Like, it's really loud in the distance. It's like, I think it's a, yeah, it's a train or something. It's a train. It's the Hagen 64 train. Number 64 has arrived. And there they go, over the bridge. Sorry, we'll wait for him here. We fast traveled. We're at the second station. Hopefully they'll turn up here eventually, and we can catch them. Oh my god. Oh my god, and hitting us with 500 bits for some godforsaken reason. Hagen, hello? The Hagen train has no brakes, Hagen. Dude, thank you so much for 500 bits. That was certainly unexpected. Thank you for raiding. Dude, Darcy, can we get a shout out for Hagen? What were you playing, my man? What were you doing? You're playing Grand Theft Auto 5, I'm assuming online, right? How was your stream, my man? Guys, go give Hagen some love. Hagen, one of my friends who I first met back in 2011, I think. Gee, that's going back a long time. I believe my first interaction with Hagen was, hey, look at me, I can do a Rubik's Cube, and I solved a Rubik's Cube in front of him. That chime at the station brings me back to nostalgia every time. Me too, dude. Honestly, I was saying to Darcy the other day, like, I wonder if when we go back to Japan and we hear that station chime again, are we just going to think of the Rain Train video? Doing No Pixel RP died a lot. There's like a huge RP scene for GTA 5 that I just do not know about at all. Yeah, 2011, you were literally a child then, Bex. Probably 2010, was it 2010? Oh yeah. 2010 I was a creeper. 2012 I was Iron Man. No, I think it was 2011 I was a creeper, and that was my first year. Yeah, I was introducing myself as, I don't know who Troy is, but I mean, that's who I was. But that was 2012. Because I made the Iron Man suit for my 18th birthday. Yeah, those years blended together. I mean, it was Blur's year, right? But Hagen, thank you so much for 500 bits, dude. I really appreciate it. Hagen, you're actually, like, your timing is just a little bad. Because we were just watching something that is relevant to your name. And I'm gonna jump back over so that I can make sure that you see it. Here we go. This was literally just announced. This is a 33-second video that I want to share with you specifically, Hagen. I hope you enjoy. Well, it's still in 0.5 speed. Hold on. I slowed it down. Here we go. Enjoy. Yeah. Yeah, this is happening. I really don't like being mirrored. This is happening. Isn't this something? I thought you'd like this, Hagen. That is the new Mario 64 question mark block that has just been announced. And Simply Daft has also gifted a sub to Hagen, which apparently my alerts are turned off on that scene, so... And also it didn't make a sound. Oh, I see. Or my volume got turned all the way down for some reason. Let's try that again. There we go. Yeah, we also got a gifted sub from Simply Daft to Hagen, so thank you so much, Simply Daft. I really appreciate it. 16-star Lego speedrun. Man, I would love to see Chuck Stig, my pal who does Mario 64 speedruns. I would love to see him speedrun the Mario 64 set. Well, we don't really talk about leaks, but I kind of assumed it would be coming out even sooner than that, Simo. Because like the NES was announced like 2 weeks or something before its official release. But yeah, they tend to release these big sets on the 1st of each month, so, or around that time. So I'm not terribly surprised about the release date. So it's going to be, what was it, $290? Is that how much it was, guys? $290? As always, depending on the gift of purchase, I might get it right away. Otherwise, if there is no gift of purchase, I might wait for a discount. There's the sound. We got there eventually. Yeah, thank you so much for 500 bits, Hagen, and for raiding. I hope your stream went well. You said you died a lot, but, you know, them's the ropes, I suppose. I'm not sure if the 290 was... It sounds like it would be Australian dollars. I would imagine that set is $200 American. Oh, it says it on the LEGO site already, so it's not leaked. It's actually confirmed, October 1st. And we have a gift of purchase with it. Alright, I'm gonna have to check this out. Let's see. Oh, it was actually Nintendo that posted it. Lego Mario 64. Oh no, it's even cheaper in the US than I expected. It's only 170 US. And what's our gift for purchase? Ah, it's just an expansion set? Wasn't that already a thing? I think that gift for purchase already existed. It's got the, like, spiky dude. Hold on, I'll bring it up. £160 if you want to price compare. Yeah, look, as always, America and UK is getting it cheaper than us. But I guess at least in the US price, they have to factor in tax as well. Like, tax is extra. It interests me that this part is its own thing. What's going on here? It's got its own little flap. What does that do? Because that whole side opens up there. What secrets is it hiding down in that bottom flap? I can't work it out. None of these pictures show it. Wait, really? Only $8 tax? Our tax is 10%, but it's included in the full retail price. Let me guess, 18 plus? Of course it is. The NES set had a large discrepancy in the prices for Australian and American as well. What is it when you convert 280 to US dollars? You just push that little flap in? I don't know. It looks weird. It looks like there's something hiding underneath it. I guess it'll make more sense when I see it. 5% sales tax where you are. Well, it varies from state to state as well, right? Anyway, let's keep building. Even city to city. Yeah, how goddamn confusing. Sorry about that. 280 is 206-ish US dollars, I think. So it ends up being about, what's that? Like, what was the price in America? So then it's only like $35, and really, that's not too bad. Like, sometimes it's like an $80 difference after conversion. So I can forgive that. And the price per part for the US dollars is incredible. Just like it was with the NES. Hey, Prom! For people who don't know who Prom is, that's Okami. Yeah, where have you been, dude? Good to see you. We haven't heard from you for a little while. Hope you're well. Whole side soap opens up though, not just that little flap. I have a feeling I need to watch the video again that the flap is on the opposite side of the build to the side. I don't know. You're confusing me, and I'm too tired to work it out. Hello? I'll need to have a closer look. when I'm not streaming and when I'm not really sleepy. Don't know if you'll be straight away. It's very retro Vix. I mean, no harm in waiting until after you've seen me build it, maybe. If you want to decide for yourself then. I've certainly decided to build sets based on watching other people build them. In fact, it's sort of a recent revelation. I've sort of realized that up until recently, I used to wait for reviews before buying sets, and I'd watch a review like 3 or 4 times before deciding if I actually wanted to buy the set or not. Just for any given set, generally speaking. But since I started doing Lego as a thing on Twitch, that's slowed down, and now increasingly, I'm just buying sets as soon as I want them, you know, and not even bothering to watch reviews at all. I just do the reviews myself on stream. Should really do like video reviews or something on YouTube, huh? I'd get like a solid like 3 views, I'd say. I cannot wait for Metroid Dread to come out. Ewok, I'm glad you've got something to be excited about. I am looking forward to it, but I'm not like a massive Metroid fan. I am picking it up though. Been distancing and focusing on a few things of my own. Nice one. Well, I'm glad to see you in here again, all the same, Prom. Hype for the Lego Stratocaster. It is pretty sweet, and I think I said on the Discord, I'm sort of surprised at how interested I am in that set, given it's not really my style. My style generally being minifig style stuff. But it's really nice, and I feel like, strangely, it would go really well. It would display really well with the NES. But I'm not really like a guitar guy. I don't know. I think I'm really taken by the fact that you can open up the amp and see inside it and stuff. In case you're unclear, Bex, the amp and the guitar are the same set as well. Man, I gotta like. This all feels wrong. I need to tidy up the desk a little bit. There's stuff all over the shop. I feel like that's not in a good position. I feel like that's not in a good position. Need to fix my damn hair. Okay. Okay. Everything's fine. I don't know what that was. I just needed to collect myself for a second there. Maybe it's the excitement of the Mario set. And yet mixed with frustration, because where's my damn minifigures? I am lucky it's out of stock. That would have been cruel to use it in my time of flusteredness, though. I do want to finish the set tonight, but people keep distracting me with stuff. I'm gonna have to start not catching up on chat, guys. If I miss something and it's important, say it again. We're gonna have to go into turbo mode here, right? We're in turbo build mode now. Did you see the message I sent you, Darcy? I'll send them to you. I just have to go to the post. Wait, what is that about? Your messages? Okay, good. Send me your messages again. In the post. Hurry it up. Did you hear that sound then? I'm pretty sure I have it so that it doesn't come through. But maybe it did. You did? Crap. My bad. You asked where are your damn minifigures? I meant my Nintendo minifigures. I don't mean other minifigures. Sorry guys, I didn't realize that sound was coming through. It's happened a couple of times now. It's my instant message software. There we go. Alright, shouldn't happen again. I think. Hey Darcy, send me another message so we can test it. Yeah, those duplicates are sent to me, right. Okay. I realized that's what you meant. after you, yeah, look. You don't have to actually send me those if you don't want to, MJ, just so you know. Alright, so another message came through, I don't think you heard it. That wasn't a stupid joke, it was funny. Didn't hear it? Okay, good. Oh, hey, Vix, you'll like my t-shirt I'm wearing. I forgot I was still wearing this. It's usually, my I'm not going to be on stream today shirt. You have me on your phone? Nice one. Play that 0.5 Mario music because I'm taking my jumper off. All right. Vix, did you see the what the shirt is? It's a. I'm not sure why, but it's a disassembled Donald Duck. It's actually one of my favorite shirts. I wear it a lot, but I usually just wear it when I'm not like going anywhere. It's just an around the house shirt, but I love it. And yeah, you know what? Bex is onto something. In honor of the new set that's just been announced, I'm gonna queue up. I'm gonna queue up some Mario and chill music instead. Corn's getting all excited about the Oh, Darcy, we got stickers. We got stickers, Darcy. This is not a drill. Corn's getting all excited about the striptease happening on stream. Can't blame him, really. Yes, stickers for Darcy. Let's go. There's gonna be a few of them, actually. Presumably. It's half the yellow ones.
Stickers for Darcy.
Hell yeah, stickers for Darcy. Thank you for the 10 bits, MJ. Spent so much on clothes the other day while I was out shopping. Yeah, we did a shopping trip a while ago where we went to Daiso and I spent, I think like $200 on clothes or something. I think it's the most I've ever spent on clothes on myself at once. Because usually I buy my clothes secondhand. Here's a little fun fact for you guys about myself. Hello. Stickers for Darcy, even. What a strange concept. Thank you. Darcy has brought me more water. Here are your instructions, and here are your stickers. And MJ and Bex and Corn are all screaming, "Hi, Darcy."
Hi, hi, hi.
Did I say Daiso? I meant Uniqlo. When I was talking about clothes, I did not buy $200 worth of clothes at Daiso.
Actually, technically you can. They sell like socks and stuff.
I guess that's clothes. In the loosest definition of the term. Enjoy your stickers, Darcy.
Thank you. I will.
Look at Darcy go! We love to hear her sweet voice. Keep up the great work.
Aww.
It's a haiku.
Oh, I
Look
love
at
it.
Darcy go. We love to hear her sweet voice. Keep up the great work.
That's a beautiful haiku.
It's a beautiful haiku, Bex. God damn it. Well, you guys have to have similar names and both be women. Darcy's voice making Talk-A-Lot have a happy emoji. That was a weird way to put that.
A little bit.
You know who's missing out? I do know who's missing out.
Who?
Leanne.
Oh,
Leanne's missing out. So I thought I'd probably go get her attention. Secret Donald Duck fan? I'm a Duck fan. I'm a big fan of ducks, and in no small part am I a big fan. Wait, that's a weird way to put that as well. I'm a big duck fan in general, and that is because of DuckTales and Scrooge McDuck and Huey, Dewey, and Louie. Growing up, DuckTales is one of my favorite cartoons. So yes, I am a Donald Duck fan. Cannot do the voice. Wish I could. Then I'd be truly happy. My uncle could do it really well. DuckTales.
It just makes me think of that video.
Yeah. The dog.
Yeah, the dog.
The best video ever made.
We should post that in the videos too.
I'm sure it's been posted before. By sure, I mean, like, I'm hoping. Like, I'm not actually sure, but, you know, I would assume that it had been before. That kind of sure. DuckTales, but Dog of Wisdom. Hold on, wait, we gotta do this properly. I'm gonna turn the music down. Hoppa dappa hoppa dappa da gappa dappa hoppa gappa dappa dappa ga hoppa dappa hoppa ga dappa hoppa dappa gappa hoppa dappa hoppa dappa hoppa gappa hoppa 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 dappa da gappa dappa hoppa dappa hoppa gappa hoppa dappa ba gappa dappa ba hoppa. Ha ha ha. That's the actual Dog of Wisdom, right? Hoppa dappa gappa hoppa hoppa dappa glappa dappa hoppa dappa glappa da hoppa hoppa. There you go. It's done. It is done. It exists now. The world has it. You're welcome.
Thank you for blessing us with that rendition.
You're welcome. If you excuse me, everybody, I need to blow my nose. Okay, your boy's back. And his nose is being cleared of snot. Please don't laugh, it's not funny. And, yeah, I have some, of the original DuckTales, comics as well, MJ. Darcy, didn't you get me some or something for my birthday? Christmas once, I think? I think they were in one of our Christmas boxes we did. You got me some DuckTale comics.
Yeah.
Fun fact for you, the creator of DuckTales, like the creator of the DuckTales comics, hated, sorry, no, they're not DuckTales comics, that's the thing. They were Uncle Scrooge and Huey, Dewey, and Louie comics. Like, they were not called DuckTales, but they were Uncle Scrooge and Huey, Dewey, and Louie. And the creator of those comics hated DuckTales. And he'd appear at comic conventions and stuff, signing autographs, and he would have a little sign up that you can find pictures of it on the internet. He'd have a little sign up that says, "No, these are not DuckTales," and then it would be like a really lengthy sign about why DuckTales is awful. And well, because they took his ideas and like changed a lot, and he had nothing to do with actual DuckTales, but they took, like, I think he created Huey, Dewey, and Louie, maybe. I'm not 100% on that. But, they, yeah, made a lot of changes that he didn't agree with. And so he was very outspoken about the fact that he did not like the cartoon whatsoever. Yeah, and thank you for not laughing, Bex. But TSG, why have we never spoken about your fondness of ducks before, and specifically Donald? I don't know. I mean, there's a reason that Korn posts adorable videos and pictures of ducks in the Discord for me. Yeah, DuckTales is much more recent than the comics. Yeah, the comics started in like the 60s, 50s, maybe? And DuckTales was in the 90s. Oh, amazing job, as always. No, thank you. Look at these stickers! And you get to do the exact same ones again in the next bag. Lucky you. And she's gone. She left me. We all knew it was coming. It was a Darcy Leanne. She's gone now. She was here the whole time. Now she's gone. I've become known as the duck guy around here when really I'm posting them for Square, the true duck guy. Exactly. That's exactly right. I don't know either, because now you got me wondering if I've ever told you just how much I love Donald. You have mentioned it, yeah. I don't know why I didn't mention it. I'm more of a fan of Scrooge, though. Because of DuckTales, I'm more of a fan of Scrooge than I am Donald and stuff. But I do love a good Donald cartoon, you know? Baby, come back. She'll be back. She'll be back in the next bag. This is not the last we've seen of Darcy. Also, remember when I said I had to go into building overdrive mode? That didn't really happen. Something, I don't know this song. Baby, come back! I love your rendition, Corn. I think that's the best version I've seen. That's fair, of course, liking Scrooge more, but I'm mind blown that's taken you almost 8 months to tell me. I'm sorry! I'm sorry I neglected to mention this very important detail about my person. The main thing is that I really relate to both Donald and Scrooge, because I'm such a crank myself, and everybody annoys me. And I'm a glutton for money, you know? Is it not just Aussie slang? What? Part attention? You know what I need? Money. Right, then if we had money, we could swim in it. Like Uncle Scrooge taught us to do. Also, the DuckTales game is one of the best games on NES. I wish I were better at it. How does this attach? This way. Huzzah! I put it on the wrong end. Take a shot every time I put something on the wrong end. It's too, like, symmetrical, but, like, it's just different enough. It's confuzzling me. Alright, this thing's starting to get some breadth to it. Check and print. Oh, wait, your 3D print, Corn? Let's go. Bag number 12, baby. Second last bag. Third last bag. The 14th bag is absolutely itty-bitty. Expect to see a lot more Donald stuff now, though. Alright, I can deal with that. Okay, bag number 12. Some breadth to it. Breadth. There's a D in there. Alright, bag number 12. Bag number 12, let's go. I mean, his printing press. Well, he does seem to know a lot about printing, to be fair. I did actually wonder about that as well, but why would he need to check on it? For today, Duro, I'm not feeling new bag hype because I feel too tired and low energy. Okay, Adrian, if you think you have some good ideas, post them in the suggestion box so I don't lose them. More dangerous thing than game photos. I've been thinking about starting a games photos, like game photo channel, or game pics channel, so they could be in a dedicated place and we end up with a glorious gallery. But I'm always hesitant about adding more channels to the Discord because I am subconscious of the fact that we have a lot of channels. It's my brain so smooth. Yes, you can put one hype in chat to be sensitive to my low energy. Thank you. It's Lego Chill Night with Just Square, with some occasional appearances from Darcy behind the green screen. More channels, more channels. It's mostly me posting, you don't have to. Well, other people post pics as well, and, you know, my interest is always in, like, ensuring that discussions can happen without feeling like they are getting in the way of other things. I do feel instantly calm when Darcy exists in the stream. I thought you were saying, like, exits the stream. I'm like, whoa, you can't be doing this to old Darcy. She deserves better. More channels equals more talk, or more channels equals more opportunities for people to post things in the incorrect channels. And then I have to be like, hey, don't post it there. And then I feel bad because I can't simply move their post. Because Discord doesn't want to let me do that. Which would just make life so much easier. Can't have that if there's only one channel, this is true. But that's no longer a Discord, that's just a group conversation. Discord is an anarchist. They're the company itself is anarchy. Also, Darcy, you can cut back whatever you're ready because the pieces are here, and it's the exact same like positions for the stickers. So you can just, you know, do your thing. You're only just back from dinner. You got a carb coma. Are you eating your rice pudding? I had a carb coma today. The sun was so warm coming into the study, and I was in a meeting, and I just had food, and I was close to falling asleep, listening to this dude drone on. You don't have any room for rice pudding? Undrugme's, you know what you're gonna have to do? You're gonna have to force Pebbles to eat some of the rice pudding. That's what it's gonna take. I mean, what kind of damn fool doesn't like rice pudding? The next April Fool's joke should be that we only see one channel that's just called Chaos Reigns. That's actually such a good idea. I didn't even do anything for April Fool's. Did I do anything for April Fool's? I can't remember. Last night you've been looking through all the photos you posted since we started that. When you started the challenge, you actually expected me to be able to post. No, I kind of did expect you to be able to, because you said you had so many. So I was like, all right, let's go. I want to see him. Let's draw this out. The thing is, I want to start a new channel for it because I've actually, you kind of inspired me while I've been replaying Ghost of Tsushima. I've been taking, I mean, I took a lot of photos the first time around, but because I'm not doing it on stream now, I don't feel bad for like stopping in my tracks to take some pretty photos. So I've got a fair few photos myself. Yes, thank you. Please post us some rice pudding. Rice pudding is great. Darcy, can we have rice pudding? Like, we have rice, right? What else do we need? What even rice pudding? What even is rice pudding? Okay, Juro, I'm gonna blow your mind here, okay? In fact, I'm gonna show you guys a new little thing we've got for while we blow your mind. This is Juro, right? What is rice pudding? It's pudding made from rice. Rice pudding. Whoa. It might be new. It might be a new thing. This is you all the time. It's for those big brain moments, you know? When we go on true big brain. I'd love to make a Galaxy Brain one. How long did that take? Considering I just stole it from YouTube, 10 minutes. Then maybe like another 10 minutes to find the right green screen settings for it. Pudding here comes in cups and flavors like chocolate and vanilla, and I was envisioning dumping some rice in one of those. Yeah, what you guys call pudding isn't actually pudding. So, this is said in love because meme. Did you just steal that from Flying It? Wait, does Lovely have the same meme? Or do you mean like because I like... What was it that I took from her? I took Rough Body. She took big cameras from me. She did? I haven't watched her last doll vid, but that's pretty funny. Must have been something in the air. I think I sent the meme to a friend, and I was like, you know what? I should really have that on Discord, on OBS. No, Lovely got accidentally ripped off because I haven't been watching her video. I haven't watched her video, I should say. But that's pretty funny. But to be fair, she stole the camera zoom from me and then overused it like crazy. Well, not overuse it, but use it to a lot better effect than I do, is a better way of putting that. I honestly don't know how she has hers so quick and so seamless. And I tried to get her to tell me her secrets, and it didn't make sense to me. Yeah, it's a whole meme. It's not like it's not like Lovely invented it. Does a rice retain its shape, or does it all meld together? Yes. Yeah, it is kind of like a porridge, like, pudding. Actually, that's a really good way of describing it. But like puddings in like real countries, not fantasy lands like America, a pudding is like it's a kind of cake, really. That's like served with a kind of like syrup usually. But then you have like other kinds of like fruit pudding and stuff, Christmas pudding that you serve with custard. But what you guys call pudding that comes in a little container is like mousse or something, like completely different. Your excuse for pudding in America saddens me. Also, pudding can be a generic term in British colonies and Commonwealth countries for dessert in general. Like my mum will say, I've got apple dumplings for pudding. You also have airheads, and that does make me get wrecked, yes. Hey Rishi, hello, welcome in. Good to see you. Yeah, like Sam Jam said. Pudding being a... Oh, you mean pudding being a generic word for dessert? Yes, post some rice pudding pics in Discord because hers is prettier than yours. Hers is prettier than yours, yeah, sure. But I don't mind. You can get the nice skin on yours. Ugh, rookie hours. Okay, I feel like I'm going crazy. I'm getting deja vu here. I feel like I can hear something again. Alright, yeah. I can definitely hear something. Something approaching. I heard it before. This is like the third time or something. I can hear a train. I can hear a train. It's the Darth Rap train! Coming on in! Coming on in! Stop it at the first station. Not stopping at the first station. That's right, we'll catch him at the next one. This is fine. It's fine, not a problem. Just skip the station. I don't mind. Whatever. It's fine. Oh, God. It doesn't matter if I'm ready for it. It still scares the crap out of me. Darth Rabidus! How you doing, dude? Thank you so much for the raid. I think Rab in the past has raided and ran. No, he is here. He is here. Or am I thinking of Bangers? I think I'm thinking of Bangers. How you doing, Darth? It's good to see you, dude. Thank you for shouting him out. Hearts of Iron. Oh, is that the new one that's like a grand strategy game, like Civilization or something? Yeah, it's Bangers that raids and runs. That's who I'm thinking of. How you doing, dude? How was your stream? Guys, go give Darth some love. Thank you for raiding, my dude. And Othman, welcome in. Yeah, Hearts of Iron. I think I saw Mash playing that. And it's the 4th game in the series, and I've never heard of the series before. But it's like a grand strategy, right? I think that was what I gleaned from watching Mash's stream. I accidentally just spent most of my money in this game on fishing lures. I need to pay more attention. Well, back to the old grind for you, Darcy. Off to sleepy times. Good night, Tokalot. Thank you again for raiding earlier. Have a good sleep. Take care. And I'll see you another time. Thank you again for raiding. It is Grand Strategy. It's a great stream. Played as China. Mash hasn't played Hearts of Iron 4. What was it that he was playing then? It's 5 years old? What the hell? What was it that he was playing? I'm so confused. I'm so confused. I know nothing about video games. I used to think I knew a lot, but now I just realize how dumb I am. Well, thanks for clearing that up, I guess. I thought I could have sworn... Was it something else he was playing? Did you buy 99 instead of 2? I may have done that before, Darcy. Get wrecked. Rating fading, my dude. Boss is yelling at me. Was she yelling at you while you were on stream? Because, you know, the same thing happens to me. Get out of here, my man. Take care. Thank you for fading. I'll take care of the viewers. Thank you so much for coming over and hanging out. She was on stream? Yikes. Okay. Better go appease the boss. I'll see you next time. And, yeah. No worries on the raid and fade. I don't mind whatsoever. I have to do it myself a lot of the time. Would Mash have played Humankind? That's what I'm thinking of. That's what I'm thinking of. Hearts of Iron. I saw someone mention it or something. Maybe I saw it being talked about on Twitter or something. It costs 30,000 gil. I have no frame of reference, but that seems like a lot of money. Good one, Darcy. Hate to say it, but it's that old meme. It's bad game design. If it lets you do that without realizing, and so easily make that mistake. Bad game design. Get a refund. Oh god, my hair is just not behaving today. I washed it last night. I had it looking like all fresh and nice and floofy, and then I didn't end up streaming. And now today it's just back to its old oily, crappy self. And you guys never got to enjoy the true floofiness. Come do some stickers now. Let's go. No more accidental spending, Darcy. Stickers make the pain go away. You know what else conversely makes the pain go away? Hot chalky milk. Just saying. Maybe I should have broached that subject when she was actually here. So stickers make the pain go away, Darcy, but you know what else makes the pain go away?
What?
I think you know what else makes the pain go away.
Are you making a request?
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's
I'm
the
merely
11
making a
o'clock at
statement.
night.
What's your point, Darcy?
I don't feel like doing the thing.
I don't understand what you're talking
I
about.
just spent 75% of the money I've made so far in the game on fishing lures.
You know what'll make the pain go away?
Hot chocolate milk.
Hot chocolate milk make the pain go away, Darcy. Am I wrong? Ooh, Androchmes has uploaded a super secret family recipe to the internet, Darcy. For rice pudding, I'm assuming.
Oh, I wanna
We should,
try.
we should make it.
We should.
I wasn't talking to you, Siri. Shut up. Stupid iPads. Whoever convinced me to buy this thing. Do your stickers. It's the same as last time. Got my tea in my square mug. No, I'd love a hot chockey in a square mug right now. I'm just saying. There's a raise in it for you. I know how much you love your precious razors.
$1 for hot chocolate milk.
Look, I think it's a fair deal and you should take it.
Sorry, I'm just like goodbye money.
Look, it happens, okay? Thankfully, it wasn't real money.
Yes,
I put one of the fans on upside down.
indeed. That was silly.
Yeah, I'm a big head, aren't I?
Oh, so am I, so it's fine.
Yeah, true. That's Darcy's, oh god, I just spent so much money voice. It's actually the same voice that you have when you like actually spend a lot of money IRL. Like you have the same voice when you bought your Switch and when you bought your iPad. I think it's past 10 PM, but it's soup time, baby. Let's go. You know what else? What other time it is, Bex? Hot chocolate milk time. Make the pain go away.
Bye bye,
Bye bye, pain. It goes bye bye now.
Can't be bothered.
Look, it's fine. I understand. I'm tired too. That's why I want hot chocolate milk. But it's fine. It's fine. I would just be deeply hurt, wounded, and disappointed if you don't make it for me. But it's no big deal. It's fine.
This emotional manipulation. Holy crap.
So true, bestie.
Oh my god.
I'm enjoying this Mario music. So what do you think of the Mario set, Darcy?
I think it's amazing. I'm really impressed.
Yeah, I am too.
It's so cool.
I just can't fight the disappointment of where are my goddamn minifig sets?
I have a feeling they're just not gonna make any minifigs sets.
Surely they will. Like, they have to realize how much of a massive cash cow that is. Like, you can't tell me that they don't know how much people love minifigures. And everybody's hanging out for it. Every, like, post that they do of anything Mario, like Nintendo Lego, there's all these comments that are like, where are the minifigs? Why are there no minifigs? Give us the damn minifigs. You said there would be minifigs. Where are the minifigs? Why are you not getting me the minifigs now? I want my minifigs. Oh god, I have to make another one of these. When I Google rice pudding, I got result that are much more liquidy than what Androchmes posted. Interesting. It's soup time somewhere in the world. That's emotional manipulation. So true, bestie, is the worst Zoomer response. You've poisoned my mind through your emotional manipulation and guerrilla warfare friendship tactics.
Now that's a mouthful.
It is. And you've made me into a Zoomer. You've made me adopt Zoomerisms, and I don't even know who I am anymore. So true, bestie, was a really bad response. We did end up amending the recipe to add an extra 0.5 to 1 cup of milk. I see, I see. Isn't rice pudding a kind of soup? Is pumpkin soup actually a thick shake? Hey, you don't like pumpkin soup, do you?
Oh, no, I do like it. It's just not my favorite.
I like pumpkin soup.
Yeah. There's something about the texture that just doesn't click with me, but the flavor is really nice.
What I really liked was pumpkin juice.
See, I didn't love it. It was alright, but I don't know.
It was good.
I guess
It's
I just
good.
don't like pumpkin in its liquid form.
Yeah. I don't know. I do. But it is kind of weird. It's like you don't eat potatoes in liquid form.
Yeah, it's like having potatoes as a treat.
Yeah. I guess actually, no, potato soup is a thing.
Yeah, it is. I prefer my pumpkin solid.
Oh yes, by pumpkin we mean butternut squash. Yes, okay, sure. Pumpkin soup is literally the worst soup I've ever had.
What is it?
Corn, what the hell? It's so good though.
Oh, he doesn't like pumpkin.
And yeah, Unjock means there's a whole thing that in Australia, what we call a pumpkin, in America they call a butternut squash. And they don't consider it a kind of pumpkin. Whereas for us, that's like standard pumpkin that we would have on a dinner table. You have your steak, your potato, your peas, your carrots, your broccoli, and your damn pumpkin. It's not hard. But it's butternut squash. Get out of here, you damn butternut squash. Butternut squash your nuts in a second. You butter hope I don't squash your nuts in a second. Got him.
Whoa, got him.
Got him.
Got him.
There, that's much better. Yeah, Corn, you would. Deviant. Even Darcy joining in. Oh, I hope Darcy went downstairs to make hot chalky milk. I'm gonna feel so bad if she actually does. That's the sad part about all this. Is that it's all a psyop. It's a triple bluff. Those are also pumpkins, Jiro. But also, Halloween is an American holiday, and we don't... The only reason we celebrate it here is because the capitalist industry wants us to, so it's another thing they can market to us. It's actually not an American holiday, but still. Those are American traditions. Well, we call them a butternut pumpkin, I guess. I'm not going to let the emotional manipulation get to me. Damn! She's too smart for us, gang. We do have pumpkin pie. You watched us make a pumpkin pie, and we used butternut squash for pumpkin pie, and that's what started this whole discussion eons ago. We use not butternut squash or pumpkin pie. Yeah, and it's probably inferior to real pumpkin pie, which is our pumpkin pie.